Xennials? What the heck is an Xennial? So, I interrupt this video. Not gonna eat my cookie. Not drinking, well, I'll have a sip of tea. And today we're gonna talk about Xennials. What the heck is an Xennial? I have a good friend, Mike, sends me stuff in the emails. And today I'm working on my Friday the 13th video, getting ready to get it mounted on YouTube. And Mike's has sent me an email, and it's to do with Xennials. Now, I've never heard of that term before. And he's always sending me interesting things. So let me read to you what an Xennial in his view is, because it's different from what they say in the dictionary. And it is an actual word. All right, so these are Mike's words, not mine, although they make a lot of sense. So, oh, by the way, I'm Dave, and the channel is Harleys, Diners, Rides. Thanks for joining us today. To continue, we grew up in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We studied and dated in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We got married and discovered the world in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We ventured into the 70s and 80s. We stabilized in the 90s. We got wiser in the 2000s and went firmly through 2010s. Turns out we've lived through 9 different decades, 2 different centuries, 2 different millennia. Okay? We've gone from the telephone with an operator for long distance calls to video calls anywhere in the world. We've gone from slides, I remember slides, to YouTube. Hey, YouTube. We've gone from vinyl records to online music. Vinyl records, man, I got about 200 or 300 of them in the bottom of the closet. We've gone from handwritten letters to email and WhatsApp. We've lived matches on the radio, to black and white TV, and then to HD TV and video streaming. We went from blockbusters to now what we watch, Netflix. We got to know the first computer, punch cards, diskettes, and now we have gigabytes and megabytes, terabytes, and so on in our handheld cell phones or iPad. We wore shorts throughout our childhood, then long pants, Oxfords, Bermuda shorts, etc. We dodged infinite infant paralysis, meningitis, H1N1 flu, SARS, and COVID. We rode skateboards, tricycles, bicycles, mopeds, motorcycles, gasoline or diesel car, and now we have some hybrids and 100% electric vehicles. We've been through a lot, but what a great life we've had so far. We could describe ourselves as Xennials, people who were born in the world of the 40s, 50s, and 60s who had an analog childhood and digital adulthood. We've seen it all. Our generation has literally lived through and witnessed more than any other, and that's interesting. Our generation has literally lived through and witnessed more than any other in every dimension of life. Our generation has literally adapted to change. And he writes here, a big round of applause to all members of a special generation. We are truly unique. And I gotta say, I remember, being a young lad, sitting in my parents' living room listening to the radio. I remember them getting their first black and white TV, And now look at us, streaming Netflix, Prime, Apple, Walt Disney, you name it, you can stream it over the internet onto your smart TV, right? Big difference, eh? And probably a lot of people don't know this, but to get a good signal on your black and white TV, you had to wiggle these ear antennas right on the top of the set to get the perfect signal. Anyway, Mike, thumbs up to you. Thanks for an interesting email. Struck home. I could probably tell lots more stories on this, but I got a video to put out. It's going to come out, and it's going to be on Friday the 13th this October, right? Hope everybody takes the time to check that video out, as 17 of my fellow hog riders braved the cold to go down to this great event. Anyway, if you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button if you'd like to see upcoming videos. And more importantly, leave me a comment and let me know what your memories of the Xennials is. Oh, and what Xennials is in the dictionary just talks about the two generations, Gen X and Millennials. But when you really think of it, you know, people who were born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, right, truly were people who lived through ultimate change. Anyway, take care. As I always say, ride safe, be safe. No ice cream today, but I got a cookie. Take care. And for Harleys, Diners, and Rides, I'm Dave. We'll see you on the next one. Xennials. I've never... So now I know what I wonder if Lori knows what an Xennial is. Probably. She knows everything.